So here's how we oil our floors. If you start with your brush in the centre of the floor, work your brush out from the centre to both edges, keeping a clean line so that you get really good dispersal of the oil from one side to the other, and work your brush back across, following your bleed line so that you don't have a mixed edge. There you can see our cut line, and you check that you've got no drips on top of the floor. And you can use your oil bucket as a marker point. So we work 3 to 5 boards in one run, but you can set the bucket here to be your guide. And when you're doing the second coat, it's really important to use your bucket as a guideline, because it's harder to see where you've already applied the oil. So if you put the bucket there, for example, then you know you've worked up to that point when you're doing your second coat. And then you pull it back 3 boards, and that's your next brush line. 1, 2, 3. On the next one, you pull it across 3. So that's a tip of the day. Use your oil bucket as your guide point. But the reason we wanted to show you this is so you can see the dramatic difference when you've sanded your floor properly and you apply the oil in the right way. That's what you end up with. A stunning floor. And that's just the first coat, folks. Make sure to work in all the drips, because with an oil wax, if you leave any surface oil on top as drips, they don't dry properly, and then you have to peel them off. So this is one of our chestnut floors. Then we have a second coat on this room, hallway next, and then the cherry stairway. Now traditionally, you can see here that I've put a bleed line in with a small 2-inch brush. I do this because I know the time scale it takes for that to go off, so that I don't end up with a variation in the finish. That will go off faster than when I come and apply the second coat, first coat of oil. Traditionally, I'd always suggest that you leave it bare and start from edge to edge, rather than putting an oil line across, because sometimes people will do that line all the way along the room, then they'll come and brush along and they'll see a difference in the final coat where that bleed line is set, and you have this contrasting strip all the way along the room. And obviously always remember to work towards the door. Thanks for watching. Hope you found this useful.